Hi again, everybody. It's Auto Rebel Baseball here today in the Class 2A state semifinals from DeLacy Park. I'm Kevin Farr along with you on this broadcast of Rebel Baseball. Rebels coming off a 5-0 win over Calera yesterday in the opening round of the Class 2A state tournament as they won their 20th consecutive opening round contest. 20 years in a row, the Rebels victorious in the first round, and they will be looking to make their 10th straight trip to the state finals with the victory here this afternoon against Cashion. Glad you're along with us today on SoloRebels.tv. And some of you on the Squirtle Network. I know we got dual broadcast on the Squirtle Network today. But the Rebels come in 28-0 on the season, riding a 56-game spring winning streak into this afternoon's contest. Actually starting this morning as the 11 o'clock, the scheduled first pitch, and we are just about set for the introductions before today's contest. Rebels meet the Cashion Wildcats, and Cashion, team they played last year in the opening round of the state tournament. Here at DeLacy Park, the Rebels won that contest 12-3 as they fell behind early, but then rallied back for the 12-3 win over Cashion in the first round on the way to the state title a year ago. Cashion was a 15-6 winner over Amber Pocasset yesterday as that game a 5-5 tie through 5 innings, headed into the 6-6, tied at 6, and then it was a 9-run outburst by Cashion in the top of the 6th inning to win it over the Amber Pocasset Panthers. And Cashion being introduced now. The Wildcats got a big pitching performance from sophomore Cooper Frazee in that contest as he picked up the victory on 115 pitches. Not available here today, and neither is Joey Wilson, their cleanup hitter, who was ejected in yesterday's contest and unavailable here for this afternoon's game against Silo. Wildcats being introduced here as we will take a look at their lineup in just a second. If I can get this to pull up. Silo will be the home team on the scoreboard. And they will send Delton Roberts to the mound. We'll take a look at Delton's numbers here in just a minute. Leading off for the Wildcats, Landon Lagasse. He's the center fielder. Batting second, playing shortstop is Cooper Frazee. And then batting third is the third baseman. It's Preston Cotter. Hitting cleanup today and playing first base for Cashion will be Derek Sheeline. The catcher bats fifth. That's Nick Nabavi. And hitting sixth is the designated hitter. And the DH is Hunter Gibson. Batting seventh and pitching is going to be Gavin Fippen, the senior, getting the call on the mound today. Hitting eighth is Ben Harmon. He's another senior in left field. And hitting ninth is the freshman that came in and got a couple of big hits yesterday for Cashion, replacing Wilson, who had been ejected, and that is Carson Gump. Now the starting lineup for the Silo Rebels in today's contest. They will lead off with familiar lineup. Kyler Proctor bats first, then plays shortstop. Hitting second will be Connor Cordell in left field. Batting third is the first baseman Easton Ford. Hitting fourth and pitching is Delton Roberts. Batting fifth, the designated hitter Sawyer Reddick. Hitting sixth and catching is Josh Trout. Batting seventh is Carter Parker, and he'll play third base today after that sensational pitching gem in yesterday's opening round contest as he went the distance and allowed 3 hits, struck out 14 in that complete game victory. Colby Smith bats 8th and will start at second base. And then batting 9th is the right fielder, Mason Urbany. Also in center field for the Rebels will be Xander Marshall. So those are the starting lineups for today's state semifinal contest. First of 2 today here at DeLacy Park, as it'll be Dale facing Oakdaw in the second game of the day. The Pirates ranked number 3 in the state. Oakdaw ranked number 2. The Rebels been ranked number 1 all season and riding that 56-game winning streak, 28-0 this spring. And Cashion comes in ranked number 6. Wildcats 25-5, the season record. Rebels being introduced here. And the starters taking the field before the national anthem. As we get set for this one, then we'll have the national anthem. For the Rebels, it's going to be Delton Roberts on the mound. And we'll pause for the national anthem, then tell you about Delton's numbers for the season coming up right after the national anthem. And the national anthem concludes here, and we are ready to get things started here as Delton Roberts, the junior right-hander, takes his warm-up tosses. Defensively for the Rebels, it's going to be Carter Parker at third, the shortstop Connor Proctor, Colby Smith at second base here today. It's Easton Ford at first. Then in the outfield, Connor Cordell plays left, Xander Marshall in center, and it's Mason Urbany in right. The battery for the Rebels behind the plate is Josh Strout, and pitching Delton Roberts Roberts making his sixth start of this season. He has a perfect 6-0 season record, or making his seventh start of the season, 6-0 in those previous appearances. 22 and 2/3 innings pitched. He has allowed 5 runs, 4 earned on 10 hits, struck out 29 and walked 12, a 1.23 earned run average for the junior right-hander. And ready for the opening pitch. It's going to be Landon Lagasse stepping in to face Roberts to begin this Class 2A state semifinal matchup. Winner moves on to the state finals tomorrow. Rebels looking for their 10th straight trip to the 2A state championship game, as the first pitch from Roberts is down low for a ball. Here's the next one from Roberts, and it's inside and hits him. As Lagasse is plunked by the second pitch of the contest. Now Delton trying to get some dirt on the baseball, rub it up a little bit. Already a hot and humid day here at DeLacy Park. So Lagasse is plunked by the first pitch. Cooper Frazee, the next batter. And here's Roberts offering to Frazee, and just a little bit high for a ball. Here's Roberts, checks the signs. And the next one swung on and drilled to left. This one's way back, and it's going to get over the head of Connor Cordell to the wall. Here comes Lagasse around third, and he's going to come home and be safe ahead of the throw. A double by Cooper Frazee to put the Wildcats on the scoreboard. So he jumped on that with a line shot down the left field line. That got over the head of Cordell. Lagasse scores all the way from first. Preston Cotter, the next batter, runner at second with nobody out. Cotter swinging on the first pitch. He pops this one up. Shallow left center. Coming in is Xander Marshall, going to make the grab, and there's one out. So the Wildcats have come out swinging out of the blocks here. They opened up a 3-0 lead on the Rebels last year when the teams met in the state quarterfinals, but Silo stormed back, scored 12 unanswered to win in the state tournament opener in 2021. Here's the first pitch this time, and it's a called strike to Derek Sheeline. Frazee at second. And the pitch inside nearly got him again. That one from Roberts. Trying to harness in the control, the big right-hander. And here's a breaking ball, and that just misses inside. 2-1 the count. The look at second pitch from Roberts. Swung on. Liner back to Roberts. Goes to second for the double play. A soft line drive snagged by Roberts, and Proctor there at the bag. It's a line drive double play to end the inning. But Cashion picks up a run on one hit. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Cashion won, and Silo coming to bat. When we come back, here from DeLacy Park. So we head to the bottom of the first inning. Kevin Farr here from DeLacy Park, and Cashion out to a 1-0 lead. If you remember back in the regional tournament, Robert started in that one. He gave up a run to Warner before settling in after that, and did not allow anything else the rest of that contest as Silo picked up the 16-1 win in the regional tournament. That one run in the regional to the Warner Eagles, that was a solo home run. As on the mound for Cashion is going to be Gavin Fippen, the senior utility man. And he gets things going here on the mound, taking his warm-up tosses ahead of this bottom half of the first inning. Rebels will be the home team. And let's see. For the Rebels, it's going to be Connor Proctor to lead things off. The Oklahoma State commit. Proctor had a double, a home run, and a couple RBIs in the win yesterday, the 5-0 win over Calera. And Proctor steps in, hitting at .449 for the season. 21 RBIs, 7 homers, 7 doubles, and a triple. And that first pitch to Proctor is off the outside corner for a ball. Proctor has a spectacular .632 on base percentage in the leadoff spot. He has been walked 34 times in 106 at-bats, or 106 plate appearances, and Proctor's going to foul that one off. One on the count to Proctor. Going to be Proctor, Cordell, and then Ford. And a breaking pitch. It drops in there for a strike called to Proctor there. Down in the count at 1-2. Fippen gets the sign. The pitch way outside that time. Evens it up at 2-2. Now Fippen's going to step off. Now ready to go on 2-2. The pitch from Fippen. It swung on and slashed foul down the left side and out of play. Proctor out in front of that off-speed delivery. Trying to get something started here for the Rebels here in the bottom of the first inning. The pitch, that's low off the outside. Moves the count full, and as I mentioned, Proctor has been walked 34 times. That's way out in front on the team lead. .632 on base average here in the leadoff spot. The pitch, it's outside, ball 4, and add another one. It's 35 walks on the season to Proctor, and he is a legit base running threat. 30 stolen bases this spring. He ended up with 37 last spring. Connor Cordell steps in. Cordell leads the team in average now at .514 and also the RBI leader. And here goes Proctor. He's headed for second, and he'll have stolen base number 31 easily as he steals the bag at second base. So Proctor continues his base stealing threat after the walk, and that's been the case most of the year. When they walked him, he's stolen second much of the time. Ends up being a double out of it, in essence. 0-1 the count to Cordell. He's got an RBI opportunity here as the pitch from Fippen, and it's a called strike. Connor, 8 doubles, 2 triples, 4 home runs, 39 RBIs to lead the team for the season. Handles the bat pretty well. Here's the next pitch. It's pulled and past the third baseman into the corner for a hit. Extra bases for Cordell. The Rebels quickly tie the game on an RBI double by Connor Cordell. Now the umpires are going to talk it over, as I'm not sure the umpires agree. They're going to call it a foul ball. One umpire had it fair and the other had it foul, and they're going to go with the foul ball call. Cordell jumped all over that 0-2 pitch. Yeah. 0-2 the count to Cordell. Nobody out here in the first inning. Proctor now gets the lead. Now they're going to step off looking back. Proctor a threat to steal third as well. The look at second by Phippen. Here comes the pitch home. This one's way outside and blocked by Nabavi to keep it from going to the backstop. Proctor holds there at second base. The 1-2 pitch, and it's inside and plunks Cordell. Cordell plunked by the pitch with 2 strikes. He leads the squad, been hit 10 times now for the season. And that'll put 2 on for Easton Ford. Easton has been battling back and forth with Cordell for the RBI lead all season. He's led the team in RBIs for the past 3 campaigns. And the big junior first baseman steps in, hitting at .480 for the year. 11 doubles, 6 home runs, 37 RBIs in 27 games. Here's the pitch swung on. It's lined up the middle, and a diving attempt, and they're going to say it hit. They're going to say it hit, and they're going to say it's hit, and it drops in. The throw goes to second. They're going to get the out on the force on Cordell, who had to hold up to see if that sinking line drive was going to be caught. Proctor went on down to third base. That's the only thing the Rebels could do to avoid a possible double play right there. So it was an alert play by Cordell. If he'd have gone on to second and that ball would have been caught, it could have been a triple play. So the sinking line drive drops in, but out is recorded at second base. Brings up Delton Roberts, the pitcher. Delton hitting an even .500 for the year. So runners at first and third with Proctor and Ford. Wildcats picked up a gift out there after the sinking line drive. Roberts, 11 doubles, a triple, a home run, 31 RBIs. Batting in the cleanup spot, and he'll watch that pitch low. The big junior trying to put the Rebels on the board here, the bottom of the first inning, and that pitch is outside for a ball. We saw Ford pick up a couple stolen bases on delay steal yesterday. Two oh the count. We'll see if Coach Bowen puts him in motion. He's going to stay at first, and Roberts takes the strike. Easton now with 6 stolen bases on the season, and they will try a pick off. He's back in. Here's the pitch, and sliced foul down the right side. Not a play. Roberts caught that one late. They've got Delton played to pull. Center fielder shaded toward the left center gap. A lot of room out there and right. The 2-2 pitch from Phippen, and inside and plucks Roberts. Another hit batter. Second hit batter of the inning. And the first 4 hitters for the Rebels, they've got them loaded with 1 out. And we've got time called and a meeting on the mound. Phippen having some control issues here early on, as stepping to the plate is going to be Sawyer Reddick, the junior designated hitter. Batting at .362 for the spring campaign. He's really come on this season. 3 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 26 RBIs for Reddick. Reddick in a big spot here with the bases loaded and 1 out. Sato looking for its first run of the contest. After Reddick, it will be Josh Trout, the catcher. And Trout had a home run yesterday in the state tournament opener. So Sawyer steps in. Phippen's going to toss to third, and the pickoff. They pick off Proctor at third base, and Coach Bowen arguing that that was a balk. We're going to have a discussion here. Phippen went immediately to third base as Proctor had the lead at third. So the pickoff at third base after the meeting on the mound. Two down now. And the pitch from Phippen swung on. It's lined into left field for a hit. Here comes Ford around third. He will score. Headed to third base is Roberts as the ball gets away in the outfield. Reddick will advance on to second on the error. And the Rebels tie it 1-1 on Sawyer Reddick's 2-out RBI single. The Rebels just relentless all the way up and down the order. And Reddick comes through again, batting in the 5-hole. That's going to bring up Josh Trout. Trout went deep yesterday. He's got 2 in scoring position, batting at .342. The junior catcher, 27 RBIs on the year. Had his 3rd home run in the quarterfinal game. 10 doubles for Trout as he watches high. Swing and miss there by Trout. As Reddick's out at second. Roberts, the runner, at third base. Sato has tied it up. The pitch, and it's a strike called on the outside corner. Trout looking to give Silo the lead now. The pitch. He's going to slice that one foul off the right side. Check the runner. The pitch from Phippen. It's behind Trout. All the way to the backstop. Ford will score on the wild pitch that went behind the batter all the way to the backstop. And the wildness of Phippen continues. And Silo takes the lead. 2-1. Still a runner out there at third base, 90 feet away. Phippen's next pitch is upstairs to Trout. Count goes full to the Silo catcher. Phippen's payoff pitch. It's behind Trout to the backstop again. Here comes Reddick. He'll score. Ball 4 behind the batter. And another wild pitch. The Rebels take a 3-1 lead. Phippen having all kinds of control issues, and Trout walks on that one. Another visit to the mound. The Rebels have come through with 2 outs. A clutch hit by Sawyer Reddick, and then a couple of wild pitches. And we may have a pitching change. And the Wildcats are going to make a change here. 2 outs here in the first inning. Derek Schlein coming on to pitch, moving over from first base, the sophomore. Talk more about him in just a moment. Rebels lead 3-1 here from the Class 2A state tournament in Oklahoma City. Welcome back here at the DeLacy Park, Palmer Field in Oklahoma City. Silo for the second year in a row spotted Cashion a lead, but has come storming back here in the first inning. 3 runs. As coming on to pitch, Derek Schlein for Cashion. The new first baseman is going to be Hunter Gibson. Trout drew the walk, but 2 pitches behind him all the way to the backstop allowed the base runners to score as the Rebels had loaded the bases. A couple hit batters after a walk to Proctor and the single by, or the hit to center by Ford when they got the out at second. The outs have been unconventional, to say the least, for Cashion, both the ones they've gotten. The 7-hole hitter for the Rebels, Carter Parker, steps to the plate. Parker did the job on the mound yesterday with that complete game 3 hitter with 14 strikeouts, and playing at third base today. On the season, Parker hitting at 281 now. He's got a home run and 11 RBIs. Trout the runner at first, and pickoff try. He's back in safely. Trout, 4 stolen bases on the year. Not a huge threat to run over there, but we'll see what Coach Bowen does. Parker at the plate. He watches that breaking ball in there for a strike. Here's another pickoff try, and that one gets away. The throw gets away. Trout will head on to second base and round second, looking for third. Gibson gets over to retrieve it before Trout can advance any further. So another error on the Wildcats allows Trout to advance. Second error this inning. Cashion with the errant pickoff try. Now a runner in scoring position for Carter Parker. Hitting with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and that one stays high. A look at second, pitch home, and that one's high and away as well. 2-1 the count. Cashion being careful to Parker now. Bottom part of this Rebel order trying to do some damage, and that one stays high. 3-1 the count. Parker hitting at 281, but he does have a 429 on base percentage. He's been a mainstay in the 7-hole in the lineup most of the season, and that one stays high for ball 4. Parker draws the walk. Now there are 2 on for Colby Smith. The sophomore, only underclassmen in the lineup today, with the 1 senior in right field, the rest juniors, and the sophomore Colby Smith playing at second. Big spot for Colby Smith, hitting at 182 as he split time at second base with Charlie Gardner most of the season. 182 the average. He's got 8 RBIs. And the pitch is a breaking ball in there for a strike. Once again, the look at second, pitch home, and that one misses outside. All the silo runs have come with 2 outs here in the first. And threatening for more. The pitch to Smith, and he'll watch that one, and it stays a little bit high. Here's the next one from Cashion, and that one misses outside. 3-1 the count to Colby Smith with Mason Urbany, the 9-hole hitter, on deck, the lone senior on the squad. Pitch from Cashion is upstairs for a ball, and he's walked 2 in a row. Cashion in relief has walked 2 straight after a throwing error, and now that brings up the 9th batter of the inning in Mason Urbany. Urbany batting at .314, 5 doubles, a home run, 13 RBIs. Playing in his 4th state tournament. Urbany was part of the Rebels' undefeated team as a freshman 3 years ago. Trying to duplicate that as a senior as he watches that strike. One the count. Next one to Urban. He squares and pulls back and takes a ball outside. The Rebels have pulled a squeeze in this situation with Urbany earlier this year with 2 outs, a squeeze bunt, and scored. And that pitch is high for a ball. 3-1 the count. Shaline has been up with about everything since he came on in relief. The 3-1 pitch to Urbany. That's outside for ball 4, and it's going to walk in a run. And big trouble now as Connor Proctor's coming to the plate with them loaded. The Rebels lead 4-1. We've got another visit to the mound, and we may have another pitching change. We're still in the first. Silo leading 4-1, threatening to break this open in the opening inning with Proctor coming up. Breaking ball, and that one misses. Proctor spotting up for one pitch here. And that offering, it's off speed and a strike called. Not the one he was looking for. Count evens at 1-1. Here's the next one to Proctor, high and away. The next pitch, and it's upstairs for ball 3. So 3-1 the count. He's got to give Proctor something to hit, or it's going to be another run in on a walk. Tough spot here as the pitch, breaking ball, and it's a called strike on the outside corner. Delayed call there. Proctor was started to first base. So the count full. So 2 outs. The runners will be on the move. The pitch swung on. It is lined into left center for a hit. 2 runs are going to score easily. Here comes Urbany. He's headed to third. Will be held there. Proctor drives in 2 more, and the Rebels lead 6-1. They went full and had to give Proctor something to hit. Connor Cordell back to the plate. 2 runs still in scoring position. Silo has plated 6 with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Shaline gets the corner for a strike. Six to 1 Silo here in the first inning, and a breaking ball that drops in there for a strike. So 0-2 the count. Cordell had 2 strikes on him when he was hit by a pitch earlier in the inning. And this one, breaking ball, swung on a soft liner and snagged by the shortstop. As leaping up that time was Frazee to make the grab to end the bleeding for Cashion off the bat of Connor Cordell. Rebels, however, pick up 6 runs, 3 hits, couple errors, and 2 men left. We go to the second. It's 6-1. Silo. We head to the second inning here from DeLacy Park in Oklahoma City. Kevin Farr along with you as Silo answers the run in the top of the first inning with 6 in the bottom half. Talked about the regional last week with Roberts on the mound making the start against Warner. He spotted the Eagles a run on a solo home run, but then Silo came storming back 16 runs after that. Or actually, it was Dibble that Roberts made the start against that had the solo home run. And Rebels ended up winning 16-1. So leading off for Cashion will be Nick Nabavi, the catcher. He watched the first one from Roberts inside for a ball. Here's the next one, and it's upstairs. 2-0. The 2-0 from Roberts, and there's one in there for a strike called. Next one from Delta, and Nabavi just gets a piece of that one to foul it off. 2-2. Umpire goes out, and he will check the baseball after that one was fouled off. Here's the pitch from Roberts. Breaking ball, called strike 3. As Roberts picks up the strikeout. That's Delton's first strikeout. Hunter Gibson, the next batter. And he will take the first pitch for a strike. Talked about the strikes early in the count yesterday by Carter Parker as this one is popped up. Popped up by Gibson. Roberts starts to call everybody off, but Trout makes the final call and catches that one in foul ground for the second out. A pop out in foul territory. Just in front of the Silo dugout. 2 down. And it's going to be Gavin Phippen to the plate. Mentioned in the broadcast yesterday, the strikes coming early and often yesterday for Carter Parker, who was 0-2 to at least 2/3 of the batters in that earlier contest. 1-0 the count here to Phippen, and he takes a strike. 2 down here in the second. Here's the next one. It's upstairs. Here's the 2-1 from Delton. Swing and miss. He went after the high fastball there. Count evens. Delton rocks and fires, and there's strike 3 called. Second strikeout of the inning as he gets Phippen looking to end the top of the second. No runs, no hits, nobody left. The Wildcats go in order. We head to the bottom of 2. Silo up 6-1. Back here at the bottom of the second inning, Rebels are going to send up 3, 4, and 5. Easton Ford to lead it off, and Easton had that sinking line drive to center that caused all the confusion back in the first inning that the Wildcats ended up getting an out on. As unable to make the play, but they got the out at second. As first pitch here from Shaline is upstairs to Easton. And that one is inside low. 2-0 the count. Easton with 11 doubles and 6 home runs this season. The 2-0 swung on. It is smashed into the right center gap. It's going all the way to the wall. Easton around first. He's headed for second. Here comes the throw. It's not going to be in time. A leadoff double by Ford as he lines that one to the wall in right center. So a runner already in scoring position for Silo here in the second. Delton Roberts to the plate. Delton was plunked by a pitch in the first. And he steps in with an RBI opportunity. He's going to square and bunt. Bunt toward the third baseline. Nice bunt fielded by Shaline, but he's not going to make the play. Roberts with a bunt single. As the Rebels worked extensively on the bunt game this week in practice and comes through with a bunt single by Roberts. 2 on and nobody out. And we've got another visit to the mound, and we may have another pitching change for Cashion. They will bring another pitcher here. Nobody out in the second inning. We'll pause here as the new pitcher comes on for Cashion. New pitcher for Cashion here in the second inning is going to be Preston Cotter. The junior moves over from the third base position. And Sawyer Reddick steps to the plate. Reddick had an RBI hit, line shot to left in the opening inning. As he comes up, nobody out with runners at the corners here in the second. Third pitcher of the game now for the Wildcats. Still nobody out in the second inning. Here's the pitch, and Reddick watches that one on the inside corner for a strike. Roberts over at first base. Let's see, 7 stolen bases on the year. The pitch swung on, and it is lined into left center. Another RBI hit for Reddick. They'll hold Roberts at second base. Sawyer with his second RBI single of the game, and the Rebels lead at 7-1. As he greets Cotter with that hit. Josh Trout back to the plate now. He ended up drawing a walk his last time. He's going to hit the first pitch, and it is smashed to center. Running center fielder makes the grab in the gap in left center to save extra bases. Nice play by Lagasse as Trout smoked that one toward the left center gap, and Lagasse shaded that way, made the catch on the run. So Trout robbed of extra bases there. Brings up Carter Parker to the plate with 1 out. 2 still on. Parker's going to bunt. And this one fielded by the pitcher. He's going to go to third, and the out is recorded on the force. Bunt just a little bit too close to the mound. And Cotter is able to get off the mound and make the throw to third for the force. Colby Smith to the plate now with 2 outs. And he's going to hit one back up the middle for a hit. First pitch swinging, Colby Smith with the hit to center. Here comes the throw home, and the ball gets away. Sliding in safely is Reddick. Colby Smith with an RBI single, his 9th RBI of the year. And the Rebels add to the lead. It's 8-1. So the sophomore comes through. So you got that one up the middle, and they're going to pinch hit for Urbany. It's going to be Sean Weaver to pinch hit. Runners at second and third. The sophomore Sean Weaver comes in to pinch hit. Weaver batting .286, limited action. Off the bench now. Runners all advanced on the throw home. Two in scoring position for Weaver. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Next one to Sean, and that one bounces and gets away from the catcher. And on a check swing, coming home is Parker. The ball deflected off the shin guard of the catcher all the way toward the silo dugout. A wild pitch, and it's now 9-1. Pitch to Weaver upstairs for a ball there. Runner still at third base. That's Colby Smith. Next one is outside for a ball. Here's the 2-2 from Cotter, and it's swung on and missed in the dirt. Here's the throw to first in time, and Weaver is retired on the strikeout to end the second inning, but not before the Rebels tack on 3 runs on 4 hits and leave a man. We go to the third now. Silo up 9-1 over Cashion. Back with more coming up from DeLacy Park. Got a new pitcher for the Rebels here in the third as they're going to bring in sophomore Charlie Gardner out of the bullpen. And Gardner, he has been outstanding this spring as the Rebels' number 4 hurler, as he has established himself in that spot. 2-0 the season record. He's making his 8th appearance, 16 innings pitched. He has allowed 5 runs, 3 earned on 6 hits, struck out 16, and walked 10, 1.31 the earned run average. The walks really about the only issue with Gardner here in this spring campaign, making his debut. Saw limited a couple innings in the fall, but has come on and worked his way into a main role as a reliever out of the bullpen for the most part. He has made 2 starts. So Roberts is done with 21 pitches, so he will be available tomorrow if need be. And the first pitch swinging, and it's Ben Harmon at the plate. Chases the first fastball from Gardner for a strike. Here's the next one, and it swung on and chopped foul off the left side. Oh, 0-2 quickly the count to Harmon, and that pitch just misses. So Gardner rocks and fires home, and that one a little bit high that time for ball 2. Count evens. Here's the next one from Charlie. Swing and miss. He brought the heat that time and gets the strikeout as Harmon goes down swinging. That brings up the freshman, Carson Gump, in the 9-hole. Gump had a couple of hits yesterday coming off the bench for Cashion. Now Gardner rocks and delivers, and that one's low for a ball. Here's the next one from Gardner, and it's a strike called on the inside corner. Count even at 1-1. Here's Gardner's next one. It's down Main Street for strike 2 called. Gump watches 2 in a row. Charlie's got his sign. Here's the next pitch. Swing and miss. Back-to-back strikeouts from the sophomore Charlie Gardner to start this third inning. First pitch of the ball there to Lagasse. And the next one is inside, and Lagasse tried to lean into that one, but it's a ball. He got hit by a pitch his first time up and ended up scoring the only run of the game for Cashion back in the first. Here's the pitch from Gardner, and it's low for a ball. And Trout's going to take time, go out and talk to his sophomore hurler. Here's a strike call from Gardner. Here's the 3-1 now, and that one just a little bit inside. Missed on the inside corner. Lagasse is aboard. Cooper Frazee, the next batter, and Frazee had the big double that scored the run in the opening inning for Cashion, and he'll watch a breaking ball here for a strike. Lagasse aboard at first base. See her there in the corner of your screen. Gardner's next pitch, it's swung on, it's lined up the middle for a hit. Second hit of the game for Frazee. As that one lined up the middle. Fielded by Xander Marshall. Brings up Preston Cotter to the plate. Thana with a 9-1 lead here, and we are in the third. And there's a strike call. The look at second, pitch home, and there's a breaking ball that's in there for a strike two. Cotter watches that one. Count out 0-2 to the big three-hole hitter. 2 on, 2 outs. Here's Charlie's next pitch, and it's a fastball. Called strike three on the caught the top of the strike zone. Third strikeout of the inning for Gardner. For the Wildcats, no runs, a hit, 2 men left on. We go to the bottom of third. Silo leading 9-1. Leading off is Kyler Proctor here in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch to Proctor was a ball. And that one outside as well. Proctor trying to get some start. He smashes this one to left. And it's going to hang up, however, and be caught on the run. And he got around on it, but just a little bit under that one from Proctor. On the run, Phippen makes the catch before it can do any damage as Proctor got just a little bit under that and flies out the left. Connor Cordell, the next batter. First pitch to Cordell for a ball. And there's a check swing on that pitch high, and they say he went around. Here's the 1-1, and it's fouled off. One-two pitch, and this one is lofted. It's going to drop on the infield. Shortstop over the throw, and first baseman is off the bag. That was going to be a tough play. Cordell just dropped that one in no man's land there behind the mound, and the shortstop, Frazee, tried to make the play on the run, but first baseman had to come off the bag. Brings up Easton Ford. Cordell at first, and there's a pickoff try as he's back in, as that one nearly got away on the pickoff. Ford got ahead his last time up, and here's the pitch called strike. Cordell on the move, steals the bag at second to get into scoring position. Stolen base number 15 on the year for Connor. Now gives Ford an RBI opportunity. Here's a ground ball hit right side through the hole into the outfield. Around third, Cordell's going to score. Ford picks up RBI number 38 on the year. Now trails Cordell by just one for the team lead as they continue battling back and forth. So Ford's second straight hit. Delton Roberts, the next batter. Rebels have extended the lead. It's now 10-1 here in the third. Here's one fouled off the right side by Roberts. Here's the 0-1 delivery. It's in the dirt, and Ford was on the move immediately, and he's going to take the bag on the wild pitch. Nice stop by the catcher, but no chance as Ford took off immediately as he saw that one in the dirt. Another runner into scoring position for Silo. Roberts looking for an RBI. The pitch home, and it's skied high, right side, hooking foul, and out of play. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, chopper right side, and off the second baseman into right field. Cashion, third error of the game, and that one into right field, scores Ford. On the hard ground ball. It's 11-1. Rebels continue pouring it on offensively as they did in the regional last week. They were held pretty in check in the game yesterday by Calera's Knockniana. Just 5 runs in that one, as this one is slashed foul down the left field line by Reddick. Sawyer back at the plate. He's already got 2 RBI hits in the contest. This one swung on, and it is hit high in the air to left field. Backing up is the left fielder, Phippen, and going to make the catch in front of the wall. Phippen makes the grab out there. Reddick flies out the left. So batting with 2 outs, it's going to be Josh Trout. Trout looking for his first hit of the day. And he swings on the first one and pulls it foul off the left side. And the runner goes. The pitch is a strike called and safely in at second on the stolen base. Roberts steals the bag. Roberts into scoring position. Rebels working for insurance runs here. And Trout's going to pull this one, and it's going foul. Looking for insurance. They would like to get the run rule in 4.5 innings here. And head to tomorrow. Here's the 0-2 delivery. It's swung on. It's hit to right. Back is the right fielder and going to reach up and make the catch, Harmon. As the catch is made to end the inning for the Rebels. But once again, they add 2 runs on 2 hits, an error, and a man left. On to the 4th inning now. Silo up 11-1 over Cashion. Going to be 4, 5, and 6 coming up for Cashion here in the 4th inning to face Silo's Charlie Gardner. And the Rebel pitching staff continues to just amaze for the season. Coming into today, 28 games thus far in the 2022 campaign. They have allowed, the pitching staff has allowed more than 2 runs just twice in 28 games. That one of those was an a win over Class B state champion Roth. That was 11-8 win in April, and the only other time was the 16-15 thriller in the season opener in Florida against Poly Prep from Brooklyn, New York. And the first pitch here is a breaking pitch for a called strike. Derek Schlein, and he's going to swing on this one. Grounded left side, and Roberts trying to cut that one off. It goes off the end of his glove. Looked like Proctor might have a play on it, but Roberts deflected it and out of the reach of the Rebel shortstop. Going to have a runner at first base. Nick Nabavi, the next batter. Runner on, nobody out here in the fourth, and there's a strike called. Gardner got a ground ball to the first batter, but the Wildcats able to reach. There's a pickoff try. And back in is the base runner. Nathan Nabavi over there at first base. Here's the pitch, breaking ball, and stays inside. Evens the count at 1-1. Slaughter with an 11-1 lead here in the Class 2A state semifinals from DeLacy Park. And that one downstairs from Charlie, 2-1. The pitch from Gardner, swung on, grounded, left side, fielded by Roberts, goes to second for one, on to first, and not in time. As that time Smith, the shortstop, took the second baseman took the throw at second and took a split second to get it out of his glove. Going to be a fielder's choice there on the hard ground ball, but the out is recorded. Hunter Gibson, the next batter. First pitch, a strike, and another one to Gibson. Back-to-back pitches from Gardner across for strikes. Here's the next one. Runner goes. Here's the throw to second. Tag and in safely. Trout got a pitch in the dirt and had to come up firing. Runner's able to steal the bag at second on a close play there. On the tough one to handle for Trout. So a runner in scoring position. The pitch, Gibson, swing and miss. The high fastball. So there's two down. Gavin Fippen, the next batter for Cashion here in the top of the fourth. Gardner picks up his fourth strikeout here in the past inning and two-thirds. Pitch to Fippen is outside for a ball. Here's the next one swung on. It's fouled off. The right side, not a play. Now ready to go. Gardner's 1-1. It's swung on, and that one is fouled off the right side by Fippen. Wildcats with 3 runs thus far. While Silo has put together 9. Here's Gardner's next one. It's fouled off. "33 pitches for Charlie. He's probably going 2 more at the max, and then we'll have another reliever. The next one, breaking ball, strike 3 called, and that'll end the inning. And that'll be it for Gardner in the 4th. 5th strikeout for Gardner in 2 innings of relief. For the Wildcats, no runs ahead, a man left. We go to the bottom of inning 4. Silo up 11-1 when we come back. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning now. As for the Rebels coming up here in the 4th, it's going to be the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9. As Charlie Gardner in the 7 hole will start things off. The sophomore who has been fabulous in relief the last 2 innings. As he's in to face Cotter and watches a curveball for a strike called on the first pitch. Next one to Gardner is low for a ball. The count even. Here's Cotter's next pitch, and it's upstairs for a ball. Charlie hitting at 258. And he watches another curveball for a strike called. Evens the count. Gardner, a couple doubles, 5 RBIs, and part-time work as he and Smith have split time at second. Got to foul that off the right side and out of play. Ready to go on 2-2, and that one's way upstairs from Cotter. So it's a full count. Here comes the payoff pitch, swung on and grounded into left for a base hit. Gardner has the single to start the bottom of the fourth. On the hard ground ball. Brings Colby Smith to the plate. So Smith to hit here. Gardner, the runner at first base. Colby had a hit the last time up on the single up the middle that scored a run. At his 9th RBI of the season, and he watches one low. Going to have the courtesy runner at second base. It's going to be Gabe Hernandez. The freshman running at first. They'll try the pickoff, but Hernandez is back in. Pitch to Smith, and that one gets away from the catcher, but not far enough for Hernandez to advance as deflects off the umpire. 2-0 the count. Rebels with an 11-1 lead. Looking to add a little bit of insurance here as a strike called on that pitch taken by Colby. Here's the next one. Swing and miss. Evens the count at 2-2. No outs here in the bottom of 4. That one's outside for a ball. 3-2 the count. So the full count pitch, runner at first. We'll see if they put Hernandez in motion here. And he is on the move. Pitch is grounded, foul. Up the left side. So the payoff pitch, Hernandez leaning that time. They pick, but he's back in. He's going to stay this time, and the swing and miss by Smith. Now back in is Mason Urbany to bat here. So Sean Weaver pinch hit for Urbany the last time up. Now the Rebels lone senior at the plate. And he's going to square and bunt. Nice bunt past the pitcher, and they're not going to have any chance at Urbany, who's got great speed and handles the bat well, and that was a perfectly placed bunt past the pitcher on the left side. Proctor comes to the plate. 2 on, 1 out, and a chance to add more once again. Got a little bit under the fly ball to left his last time up. And the breaking pitch stays high. Proctor a hit and 2 RBIs thus far. Rebels in double digits in hits. The pitch, and it's outside. Two 2-0 the count. Hernandez at second, and it's Urbany at first. They'll spin and throw to second base. That ball gets into center field. Going to be another error for the Wildcats on the errant pickoff try, and both runners will advance. Fourth error of the game on the Wildcats, and they've got to place a spot open for Proctor if they want to work around him here. The 2-0, and it's way outside. And I don't know if he's going to get anything to hit. Yep, they're going to just put him on. Proctor headed to first on the intentional walk, his 36th of the season. And the bases are loaded with 1 out as they're going to have a meeting on the mound once again for Cashion. And we've got a pitching change. Another pitcher coming in. Looks like Lagasse is coming from center field. Tell you more about the new Cashion pitcher coming up here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Rebels trying to tack on some more insurance. Looking for the run roll here in the Class 2A state semifinals. Back with more coming up. New pitcher for Cashion is going to be Landon Lagasse out of, as he moves from center field. So they will make the shift here. Connor's going back to third. So Lagasse will be the fourth pitcher of the day for Cashion here. One out in the fourth inning. And he faces a bases loaded jam. Cashion scored the first run of the game, but it's been 11 unanswered by Silo, as it was 12 unanswered against the Wildcats last year in the state quarterfinal victory. Connor Cordell, the batter. And here's a pickoff to third base. It's the same move that they got Proctor on earlier. But Hernandez is back in safely on the bag. Now here comes the pitch from Lagasse. It's swung on by Cordell and fouled off and out of play off the right side. Here's the next one, and Cordell fouls that one off as well. 0-2 the count. Next pitch, and it's off the outside corner. Tried to get Cordell to chase there, but nothing doing. Base is full of Rebels. Hernandez at third, Urbany at second, Proctor at first. Here's the next one. It's in the dirt and blocked by the catcher, Nabavi. Not far enough for Hernandez to try advancing. Count even at 2-2. The next one, and it's low and away. The count goes full. Runners, well, there's one out, so I was going to say runners will be on the move, but just one out in the inning. As they are packed here, payoff pitch to Cordell. It's upstairs, and they walk in a run. Hernandez is going to score. Cordell with another RBI to tack on to his team lead. And it's 12-1. Going to bring Easton Ford to the plate. Easton, he's got a shot here to overtake Cordell in the RBI race. That pitch gets away from the catcher, but holding at third base is Urbany, as they're going to stay at third, keep him loaded. The 1-0 pitch to Ford, and it's popped up to right field, but this one may be trouble. Back is the right fielder, going to be caught. It's going to be deep enough, however, as it's caught out there by Shaline, and the run scores on the sacrifice fly. Ford got under it, but had enough juice on it to get it to right field, deep enough to score the run. Cordell stays at first base, so it'll be runners at the corners. It's now 13-1. 2 outs for Delton Roberts. The pitch from Lagasse is inside, high and tight, and got him. Well, nope. Now they say did not. Home plate umpire calls him back. So Roberts want to know the count. And that one misses for ball 2. Runner goes, pitch chopped. Pitcher over to field it. Lagasse goes to first, and hanging on there is the first baseman for the out. Just barely stretched far enough and able to hang on the bag and get the out. On the ground out by Delton Roberts. So that ends the inning. Rebels pick up 2 runs, 2 hits, an error, and 2 left. We go to the 5th inning. Easton Ford on to pitch here in the 5th. Back with that coming up. Rebels 3 outs away from their 10th straight trip to the Class 2A state finals. We head to the 5th. Rebels 3 outs away from their 10th straight trip to the Class 2A state finals and their 14th consecutive 2A state tournament win. On the pitch is Easton Ford. Delton Roberts is going to go to first base, and Charlie Gardner will be the new third baseman. Easton on the season, he is making his 11th appearance. Most all those have been in relief as that first pitch in, it's fouled off by Harmon, Ben Harmon at the plate. Ford, 15 2/3 innings as he has a 2-0 record. Has allowed 18 runs, 9 earned, 23 hits. Most of those runs came in the season opener, that 16-15 win over Poly Prep from Brooklyn, New York. Has struck out 16, walked 6, a 4.02 earned run average. Here's the 0-1, and that one misses low from Ford. Next one to Harmon is fouled. 8-9-1 batters due up for the Cashion Wildcats here in the 5th inning. Rebels 3 outs away from finishing off on the run roll. The 1-2 breaking ball called strike 3 from Ford. So Easton picks up where Roberts and Gardner left off with the strikeouts. 8th of the afternoon for the Rebel pitching staff. Up to the plate now is Carson Gump, and he watches strike 1. Next one's high and tight. Roxon fires, and it's a comebacker. Bobbled for a second, but fielded by Ford, and he'll underhand it to Roberts at first for the out. Two down. Last hope for Cashion is Landon Lagasse. Here in the 5th. Silo leading 13-1. Here's Ford's first pitch. Inside for a ball. Roxon fires, and there's a strike called. Lagasse taking all the way. Here's the next one from Easton, a breaking ball, and misses low. 2-1. Here's Ford's next offering down Broadway for strike 2. 1 strike away now. And this one chopped on the left side. Charging in is Gardner, and he can't make the play. Got under the glove of the sophomore Gardner. He had no chance but to charge that ball and try to get the short hop, but could not get the hop. So a runner aboard. Cooper Frazee has a couple hits, and he's at the plate and watches the first pitch for a ball from Ford. Here's Easton's next one. Breaking ball on the inside corner. Taken for strike 1. Here's the next one. Swung on. Lofted. Dropped in front of Proctor. The throw to first, and he's out at first base. Roberts hangs on the bag on the throw from Proctor, and that's the ball game. Proctor to Roberts for the out, and that'll finish it off. The Rebels win it 13-1. They will play in their 10th straight Class 2A state championship game tomorrow afternoon after picking up their 14th consecutive state tournament win. Looking for 5 straight. They're looking for the 5-peat tomorrow at 2 o'clock from Shawnee. Here in the spring. And looking at the final numbers for this one, pitching for the Rebels, 5 innings pitched combined as Delton Roberts, Charlie Gardner, and Easton Ford. As Roberts picks up the win, they combined to allow 4 hits, 1 run on 4 hits, struck out 8, and walked just 1 in those 5 innings on the mound. Offensively for the Rebels, they end up with 11 hits unofficially in the contest, 3 of those coming from Easton Ford. He had 2 singles, a double, and ended up with 2 RBIs. Cotter Proctor had a hit and 2 RBIs. Connor Cordell had a hit and an RBI as well. Sawyer Reddick, 2 hits and 2 RBIs on 2 RBI singles. Delton Roberts ended up with a hit. Charlie Gardner a hit. And Colby Smith and Mason Urbany both with a hit and an RBI for the Rebels. Now 29-0 on the season, and their winning streak improves now to 57 in a row for the spring, as they will move on with that 57-game spring winning streak into tomorrow's Class 2A state finals at Shawnee. The Rebels 29-0 this spring, ranked number 1. They will play the winner between Oakdaha and Dale tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock, the start time from Shawnee for that one. We'll have the audio broadcast for you here on SidoRebels.tv. Audio only for tomorrow's championship game once again as the Rebels look for a 5-peat in the Class 2A spring season. That's going to about wrap it up from DeLacy Park. Until tomorrow afternoon from Shawnee and the state finals, I'm Kevin Farr saying so long